Alright, everyone, and welcome back to episode 4 of the MM Podcast. I'm Brad here with Van, and let's just, how you doing today?
I'm doing great, Brad. How are you doing on this fine Sunday? Sunday.
I'm doing alright, I guess, all things considered.
How'd you sleep last night?
I actually slept pretty good last night, not gonna lie.
Did you? Any nightmares?
No.
Any demons?
I don't have those.
No.
No. Just cold weather helps me sleep a lot better,
I think it's for a lot of people.
Yeah, it's definitely. It's so hard to sleep when it's hot as shit out.
I don't know how people like it when it's warm. Like, I like it a little breezy. Not like freezing, where, you gotta, huddle up with 13 quilts, but...
No, yeah, I hate it to where I have to actually take a blanket off to sleep if, I'm sleeping with nothing on. I don't like that.
Yeah, no,
I don't know,
it's
it's a
not
thing
the
of
best.
mine.
Well, because it's not fun to be sweating while you sleep.
You know what, I guess since we're talking about sleeping, I didn't think we were going to talk about this, but,
Yeah.
do you think it's weird that people sleep with socks on?
Wait, people actually do that?
There are some fucking psychopaths out there that sleep with socks on.
But, when you say people, do you mean, the girl with leukemia who needs it for body warmth?
No,
or just your average schmuck down the street?
I'm pretty sure there are average amount of people that sleep with socks on.
That's pretty... That's pretty fucked up.
I've tried it before, and I'm like, yeah, I can't do this. Like, when it's cold out and I want to keep my feet warm, and I was like, yeah, this is impossible. How do people do this?
The only time I've ever actually slept with socks on is when I'm drunk.
Either that, or if I get home and from work and I want to take a nap and I just don't want to take all my clothes off, I'll do it then. But
yeah, but that's it's not a sleep.
It's like a rest, not a sleep.
Yeah, I wouldn't know what you'd call that.
A nap. It's just a nap.
A nap, but a good nap or a bad nap?
That all depends on how you wake up and how long you napped for, really.
Yeah, I guess.
Because there are those naps where you think you're really tired and you do fall asleep, and then you wake up and you are just in a very bad spot.
Well, you just wake up really quick, It's like you literally were born, basically. You don't know what the fuck was going on.
Wake up with a headache and you're just like, oh, that was not worth it.
Yeah, and you're like, great, I should have just stayed up and suffered. Should have shoved coffee directly into my dick hole. Probably would have got me going.
Probably would have kept you going, and then you just sleep better later, too.
Do you, though? I don't think you sleep better after drinking coffee. That's not how that works.
No, I meant, when you're actually time to go to sleep.
Okay.
Not let me drink coffee and then try and pass out.
Yeah, talking about that sweet circadian rhythm.
Back in my young days, when we used to drink Red Bulls all the time, there was a couple times where I could drink a Red Bull and fall asleep right afterwards.
Yeah, the issue with that is, though, when your heart starts really beating, it's beating, and you're laying there I'm gonna die.
Fun. It was not fun, but I actually did fall asleep pretty quickly somehow.
You might want to go get that checked out, Brad.
I can't do it anymore. I don't think so. Been out of the game too long.
Oh my goodness.
But actually, speaking, did you ever see those things when I don't even know how long ago this would have been. This would have been 8-9 years ago. They had those Marley's Mellow Moods.
Yes, actually, I love. They're bringing those back. They're coming back.
Are they really? Those things are pretty good, and they help me sleep a lot.
Yeah, they're bringing them back because
I found out about it because my cousin used to drink them.
Yeah, they were good. I don't think there was anything actually in them. I think they were just tea, or maybe there was. I hope there was.
I think it's melatonin.
Was it? You can put melatonin. I guess that's why they had to get rid of them for a little bit because kids were just fucking slamming them.
Yeah, and people were probably drinking them while they drove like a bunch of morons.
That's pretty good actually. You'd be like, I just want to.
Oh, you keep going.
I just feel like, I just want an iced tea for the road. When you're traveling in the car with the family. Say you're going to I don't know what's a route Wisconsin. You're not gonna fly there, so you just take a car, and then your dad's like, I just want an iced tea. He gets one of those, and everyone dies because he falls asleep at the wheel.
Oh my god. I could see that happening. That's probably why they had to take them off the shelves.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, you're supposed to take melatonin 30 minutes before you want to fall asleep.
I try not to take melatonin because I know if once I start using it a lot, my body will need it, and then I'm going to be fucked.
You see, that I'm only taking them on the days I have to wake up at 7.
Yeah.
Every other night I just fall asleep normally.
I mean, I could just choke you out if you want.
Only.
Actually, being choked to death is one of my, I hate it. It's like a fear. Like, it's not my worst fear. My worst fear is being buried alive, but being choked out.
I got choked once as a kid.
But, like, choked out or just
No, I know
choked?
what you mean, but the kid was choking me out.
No.
Yeah,
like a good one?
Freak. No.
Like a Simpsons one where their hands are around your throat, or?
Oh, God, I can't remember. I think it was like one hand around my throat, yeah.
Ooh.
Kid was a little spaz. Well, speaking of your fears, though,
God damn it.
Let's go into this one. So, yes. What are you afraid of? Tell me what this fear of yours is.
Okay. So, my brain no work good. That's how I quantify
True.
a lot of what I do in my life. So, I'm going to take you back, circa 2007. I'm a young lad. My dad works at the produce terminal, you know this.
Mm-hmm.
And he would always bring home fruit. And you know, these were the struggling times right before the recession, so it wasn't great.
Oh yeah, not a good time.
No, so I was a big fruit junkie. I was like, if fruit was a drug, I was the dude like shaking, ripping his skin off,
scratching your neck and your eyes out.
Yeah, ripping my teeth out.
Oh.
So I loved green apples, and I don't know what show. It was like a kids show, and there was like a friendly worm in the apple, like giving them advice.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I don't remember what show it was though.
Yeah, so friendly worm in the apple, and I was like, I don't want to eat a worm. I'll never eat an apple again. So I didn't eat apples for about 7 or 8 years because I thought there'd be worm. Like one time I get a worm in it.
7 or 8 years.
Brain no work good, and
Jesus.
Yeah, it's still kind of a fear. If apple's bruised too hard, I'd be like, it could be a worm. Or like, you know those like random, like, it's not a hole, but it's like a spot where it's like a little black. I'll be like, I'm not gonna touch that because I think there's a worm in there.
Yeah, I don't even know how often that happens. Actually,
do worms actually go in apples? Is this a thing they do?
I think they can, but I don't know if it's that common. Well, would they have just made that up? They're like, you know what? Let's just put this worm in an apple.
Well, okay, so I do know that when they had because the AR readings were huge when we were growing up. You know, they wanted us to read for some odd reason.
Yeah, you know.
And I remember like the mascot for like whatever we were doing was a bookworm. You know, a literal.
Well, that's just kind of a play on words, though.
I know, but it was instead of a book, it was like in an apple, and he had like a college, you know, like the graduation cap on. You had glasses.
Yeah. I also thought the thing was caterpillars in apples, though. Because caterpillars eat things that way. Worms don't really eat things that way.
Yeah. Also, how did a worm get up in a tree? I never really put this together in my head.
Yeah, I don't think that's what it was. I think it might have been a caterpillar, because caterpillars they eat through shit.
Are you telling me that I was afraid of something that wouldn't even happen?
Well, it could have happened, it just wouldn't have been a worm.
So, I never understood this, and I still don't. Why would you use a worm to, like, signify someone who's smart and reads a lot? How does a worm turn pages in a book?
I'm telling you, it's not...
I know.
Because the worm symbolizes anything. It's a play on words.
Yeah, but they always put a book in front of the worm. How did that worm open that book?
You didn't know this, but worms actually have telekinesis.
Oh, do they now? I thought you were going to hit me with something like worms are actually extremely strong. I mean, they gotta be, though. They dig through the earth, you know?
I did not hear a word you just said.
That's unfortunate. Well, the people, whoever listens, will hear it.
Cut out real bad.
Yeah, well, why?
I think it was on mine, though. Oh, well.
Yeah, happens to the best of us.
Life's a shit show, isn't it?
Life is a shit show. You know what's more fucking shit, Brad?
Sure.
We're jumping into it.
Right,
I don't care. I'll ask you first before I blow up into a volcano of anger. Do you like bread bowls? Is that something you ever subscribe to?
Never ate one, don't plan to. Here's my thing, and I'll tell you my thing, and then you can go. What's the point of eating soggy bread? Isn't soggy bread gross? Isn't the point of bread eating it while it's fresh?
Yeah.
Like, what's the point? And you're making more work for yourself. What if you can't eat the bread bowl because you're stuffed? Then you're wasting bread.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. You can go on about it, though. That's my viewpoint.
I've never understood. One, who thought it'd be a good idea to, like, alright, I'm going to take this roll. It's a dinner roll. It's nice. It's delicious. It's warm.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to cut a hole in the top of it, hollow it out like a pumpkin, you know, like literally rip it out, and then put some warm soup in it. What is the point? You don't get any flavor from the bread. Bread doesn't. It's bread. Bread is bread. There's nothing in it that will give you anything.
Yeah.
There is no point. It's gonna leak out the bottom. I don't care how good it is. That soup is gonna file its way like a worm through the earth.
Yeah, so then you're just gonna have to put it in a regular bowl anyways.
Also, anytime I see like a bread bowl on TV, it's in a bowl anyways. What the fuck is the point? There isn't a point.
The leakage.
No, just don't make. You're making more work for yourself.
Yeah.
Literally,
no,
if you want bread and soup, just if you want
the bread and soup,
just dip it in or take a bite.
That's what a normal person would do.
It's literally just for the fucking fake bougie people. It's like, oh, look at my bread bowl.
Yeah, like, oh, I'm so healthy. I'm eating soup, and I'm also eating it out of bread.
Be like, that's a lot of fucking bread.
You know what sounds gross, though? What if it's gluten-free bread?
Oh, you know what?
That wouldn't tried yet? It wouldn't work.
Yeah,
it's so crumbly and shit.
Yeah, it would just eat through it. It'd be like, oh, do you want to see the soup spill out everywhere in about 2 seconds? Watch this. You know what, though? It'd be a funny prank if you gave someone one. Like, you handed it to him and it just dropped all out. Yeah, and it just fell out everywhere. I blame Panera for this stupid fucking shit.
Sorry, we're gluten-free here.
Tell you what, if there weren't any 17 to 22-year-old white girls, I don't think we'd have bread bowls. And that's my stance. You can fight me on it if you want.
No, that's probably pretty good assessment of that situation.
Also, this is a new one. You want a Cookie Cup? Have you seen Cookie Cup?
No, this is something I've never heard of, no.
Okay, so I was watching the Great British Baking Show with my dad.
Sure.
And so this was purely, it wasn't for functional purposes, purely aesthetic, which I can respect, aesthetic, but not trying to use it as that. So they had to make a whole like set out of fucking pastry, and the dude made a cookie cup, and I was like, oh, that's weird. So then I did the one thing you should never do. I looked up cookie cups on the interwebs, and I found out people actually put places around here, like right by my school, there's a hipster coffee place, and they'll give you coffee like that. Now
in a cookie?
Yeah, in a cookie cup. It's a cookie and coffee.
Oh, that sounds horrible.
Yeah, well, it's like the inside of it it's so thick of frosting so the coffee doesn't spill out. It's disgusting. Now I understand.
You're getting that flavor of that frosting into the coffee.
That's what I was.
You're just gonna have shit floating in that coffee.
Yeah. I don't understand. What is the point? Is it just because it looks cool and you can put it on like your Snap or like Instagram or Facebook or something? Is that the only purpose?
I think it's just some people's fetish to put more food inside another food.
Yeah.
Like stuffing a turkey. I mean, that's not a great example because that's a normal thing, but...
What about those insane people that'll like make a whole sandwich out of bacon? Like bacon bread.
Oh, yeah, like they'll wrap it. Or like when KFC does the thing where they put the 2 chickens as the bun.
Yeah. But see, that makes a little more sense to me. Because it's not going to fall apart. It's weird, but it's fine.
That and like the naked chicken chalupa are basically both good examples of something. Because like, you're using the food as a shell, but it's hard. So, you know, it's like... I
still thought the naked chicken chalupa was just a chicken sandwich without the bun.
Prove me wrong.
Prove me wrong.
Good, I enjoyed it. I'm not gonna say it wasn't.
What the fuck was that thing you wanted them to bring back?
Oh, all right. I don't know if anybody knows what I'm talking about.
I vaguely
Taco Bell
remember.
used to make this thing. They made it for one summer back in 2013, 2014. It was called the Bacon Club Chalupa. It was their normal chalupa, but it had chicken, bacon, and like an avocado ranch inside. And it was one of the best things they'd ever made other than their flatbreads. And I want them to bring it back, even though I know they never will.
Is that really your favorite item from Taco Bell?
It is. It was so good. I would, like, every time I went to Taco Bell for like a month straight, that's all I got from there.
I stand by the beefy nacho grillers. I mean,
those are good. I actually haven't gotten grillers in a while.
Nah, dude, they're great.
Do you remember when those first came out?
I do remember.
Dude,
at first I thought it was gonna be terrible, and I tried it, and I was like, that's pretty fucking good.
And back then they were still $1. They're not $1 a piece now.
They're $1.49, $1.29.
That's not bad, but yeah, back then they were all $1 a piece.
They were, just like the nacho fries. Love the nacho fries.
Nacho fries are good.
They are. They are. They are. Some people say it's just the queso that makes the fry, but I like. It's literally like an off-brand like Checkers fry. Like if Checkers had a cousin who was a little weird but still good, it'd be that.
Yeah, it's a good example.
Yeah. Oh, since we're gonna skip, or are you done with this? Because I'm done. If I talk about it more, I'll get upset about bread bowls again.
I mean, if you want to keep going on about food or something else, I don't care.
No, I'm gonna go on to something else that makes me upset, and it's courtside seats. Have you ever seen them?
Yeah.
Like what the actual seat? You literally walked into like any, I'm gonna say past like a youth group and just took the chairs and put those on the NBA
chairs
floor.
themselves look terrible.
Yeah, no, the floor. I'm talking about the chair, not the floor. The chairs. Those chairs look like the shittiest things I've ever seen.
No, yeah, they don't look comfortable.
They went to Sam's Club and bought all the rejects, and now they're charging me God knows what to sit there.
It's like you're going to see your kid sing at his school pageant.
Basically, it's like a winter play chair.
See, and those chairs suck because, sitting in them, once you sit down for too long, your ass just starts to hurt, and you have to, get up and walk around.
Everything's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Say I had a kid, and they had, like, a winter pageant, I don't know, say, what would I name my child? Say Timmy is, doing a solo.
Sure.
But, yeah. Unfortunately, Timmy, I've been in this chair for about 2.5 hours. Hour and a half because you guys didn't fucking start on time. Because, why would you?
Yeah.
Yeah, some kid was crying in the back and threw up everywhere. Now we gotta wait. And I need to walk him and get around. I'd be like, oh yeah, I gotta take a smoke break. I don't smoke, but not the point.
You know what?
Not the point. I would go give myself cancer at that point just to not sit in those chairs.
No, yeah, it's a fair point. Basically, you can just say, fuck your kid because he just gave you hemorrhoids.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, I'm here trying to support your dumbass, and you guys can't even start on time? I had to pay to get in here.
Time.
I had to pay to hear your shitty singing. Who's really getting scammed here?
Singing's not even good,
Yeah, and then the NBA came and picked up their chairs that they let us alone.
They have a deal with the schools in the area. Give us your slightly warmed chairs for our game tonight.
Yeah, why do you think the NBA... Where do you think all that money goes from the school play? It doesn't go to the school. It goes into that lizard, whoever the fucking manager of the NBA. What's his name? Adam Silver? That guy.
Oh, I don't know. That guy's a cuck, though.
Yeah, that lizard of a man. I feel if you hit him on the back of his head too hard, his eyes would pop out. Like a Mr. Potato Head.
Right now he's busy getting butt-fucked by China, so...
Oh, but he's liking it.
Oh, he's taking it like a champ.
Oh, yeah. He's actually saying harder, harder, Daddy. Harder.
Until the NBA is just owned by China.
Yeah, well, one step at a time.
It eventually will get there, You just gotta work hard enough. Believe in yourself. China.
Yes, the great country. Or state. It's a state. The great state.
State?
Yeah, it's a state. What do you mean?
Interesting.
Well, like, technical terms, it's a state. It's like its own governing thing. Come on, Brad. The United States isn't made of a bunch of states. We're a bunch of little things. We don't control ourselves.
That's a fair point.
Yeah, you don't remember, like, every fucking government teacher ever breaking that onto you and then acting smug like they discovered it?
I'm the one that discovered this.
We'd be like, the United States isn't actually a bunch of states. And you're like, alright, listen, shut the fuck up and go live in your car again. I'm done with this conversation.
Oh,
we've gotten... we're too far into it. Well, I mean, okay. Have you ever actually met a history teacher who, like, isn't on the verge of being homeless?
Isn't that, like, most teachers in general?
Yeah, but specifically history. Specifically. Every history teacher I've ever met be like, yeah, I'm living with my 17 buddies in a house, we can't even afford it. Be like, God damn, are they even paying you?
Yeah.
But, like, at that, like, you go through, he's probably paying off college, you think. Because you gotta get a decent degree for that, don't you? To be a teacher? Or is it just a bachelor's?
I think it's just a bachelor's. Unless you want to teach at a different level. I think if you want to teach at the college level, you have to get more, obviously, but...
Yeah. I don't know. Some of these teachers I've had, you wouldn't fucking think that.
They don't seem like it, yeah.
No, they seem like the dumbest motherfuckers ever.
I don't know about dumbest, it's just they have the least common sense as to how you should actually teach kids.
Yeah, right,
even
so
adults,
the dumbest. If I put them in a forest, the Titan boa, that's a little foreshadowing for later, would eat them. It would find them.
Like
it would.
Most people though.
It would. I think I could run away from the Titan boa. But
Fair
we'll
point.
save that. We'll save that for later. I got a whole bit about that. We'll save
All
that
right,
for later.
Fair enough.
Actually, have you ever met a teacher who was rich or like had money at all?
I mean, yeah, but I think it's because their wives or husbands had a good job.
Is that it?
Yeah.
They were just
They're not the one
know.
making all the money.
Oh no, they're out there doing it for the love of the game, you know. I always wonder that about like any porn star or anything like that. Like, are they bringing in the big bucks, or are they with a sugar mama / sugar daddy that's doing it all? Because, you know, let's take a female porn actress as an example. You know, she clocks in. You know, she hits the time card. Yeah, she clocks.
Clocks in.
Ooh.
Ooh.
There you go. You can hear that later in the recording. But so she clocks in, and she instantly goes for the, you know, that everyone's favorite. And according to Mia Khalifa, they don't even get paid a lot. So I'm
Really?
just, yeah, I don't think so.
I thought it paid well.
I mean, not if you're starting out.
Oh well, yeah, you got to be with the
Yeah,
big
but-
companies, I would guess.
Come on, how do you get money from porn? Pornhub's free. Ads? Does Pornhub paying for that with ads?
I don't know.
Is that
Pornhub
it?
has a premium side too.
Okay, but who in their right mind is doing that?
I'm not gonna say they're in their right mind, but there are people that use it.
Okay, so say you can't find a full video on the hub. You instantly go to Xvideos. That's the next best. Hit up Xvideos. Can't find it there? Well, I guess we're going to YouPorn. Oh, YouPorn only has 4-minute videos for some reason half the time? Yeah, that's fine. Found a shorter one if you wanted that. Then you go to the king of all porn video sites. And that's Yes Porn Please. Because if there's a...
God.
Oh, it sounds like a virus, but it's not. If there is a full-length porn video that is on the internet, that site,
It's there.
7 out of 10 times will have it. Now, sometimes they have a very limited selection. Like, go type in Remy LaCroix, and you better be ready for that anal cabo weekend, because that's all they got.
Oh,
They ain't got much else. So, you know, limited selection there, but it's like walking into a liquor store, and you're like, yeah, I need good wine? Probably not. Probably not. Probably not. But they do got some bomb hard liquor, and maybe beer. Who knows? Probably not a 30 rack,
Likely
though.
beer.
Anyways, back to it. Like, I've never seen it. Like, I think the only, like, partner of a porn star I've seen is Johnny Sins and his wife, who was also in the industry, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And then Danny Daniels' husband. I've seen him. He is...
I don't even...
Yeah, if you imagine a bald dude with a beard who's also chubby, there you go.
Ah,
There he is.
Nice.
Yep. That's him. How do you go home at night? Like, you can't make sweet tender love after knowing your wife had 17 black dicks inside of her. It's not quite the same.
I'm pretty sure she wouldn't even want to fuck at that point.
Oh,
You
dude,
might want to, but I don't think she does.
Are you kidding me? Did you watch that interview with fucking Riley Reid on Logan Paul's podcast?
I mean, I don't think all of them are like that. Yeah, there are some people that are just fucking nymphos, but that's different.
I mean, I would throw in a hat that it's probably 50%, 60%.
I mean, it's probably a decent amount, yeah.
Yeah, but Brad, if we had Riley Reid in the podcast, she's like, "All right, you want to get blown? Would you do it?"
Because
I
that's
would.
a risk. I mean, I would, but
I didn't say fuck her and get AIDS. I said get blown.
sure. Yeah.
I think it'd be worth it. It can't be that bad.
It probably would be. I mean, she's pretty good at it from what I've seen, you know.
From what my research has told me, you know, I don't partake in such activities.
All scientific.
Yes, purely scientific, Lord. I've never once watched hentai for the pleasure. Never once.
Never once.
Never once.
Not even once.
Ah, well, you know what they say. Never hentai. But it's weird. It's just weird to think about, because...
I think actually a lot of those girls just go into dancing.
You think? There's no...
There's a good amount of them that are just strippers, too.
I think... Would you think they go into strippers or start off as strippers?
You could probably go both ways.
Mm.
You could probably start either way. I think they kind of just go hand in hand.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong, but what about Brandy Love? Seeing her daughter and seeing her at like a college orientation, you like, oh, that's weird. I didn't think you would. See, like I always think about this. What do porn stars obviously have to go out into the public. They have to get food and do other things.
Yeah.
Like, isn't it weird when someone like recognizes you? Like if someone walked up and you were, I don't know, Brad, like you were a monster, like 17-foot cock and all, and they'd be like, "Hey, I've seen your work, good stuff." But it's a dude, and you're like,
"Thanks."
It'd be like, "Yeah, dude, I really gave it to that cuck's wife."
Well, I would really only expect it to be dudes, though. I mean, there are girls that watch porn, but
I think almost everybody watches. I don't think there's one person who doesn't. I think even priests beat the shit out of their dick. 100%.
Yeah, I mean...
Have you ever been on 4chan? That's all priests.
Gladly I have never been on there.
Oh, you don't like all that lolicon stuff?
Not into it.
Well, I'd really hope not, Brad. I'd really hope not. I don't know, but okay, back to talking about porn stars and how much money they make.
Mm-hmm.
So, say your wife is really good at what she does, you know. She's bringing in the big bucks. Are you staying in that relationship and like doing stuff on the side? Because obviously you're just in it for the money at this point. Or are you actually loving this person? What are you doing?
I mean, I don't know. That's a good question. I mean, most people can look past it. I don't think I would be able to. And I don't know about most people, but I think some people could look past it if they actually like the person. There's like, yeah, because at that point they would probably just have an open relationship anyways.
Yeah.
So the dude would just be fucking other chicks.
That's true. But it's weird to me. I don't think if you met a girl on Tinder and you know it's going great, you start dating her and everything, and she's like, "Oh yeah, I didn't mention it, but I'm a porn star." I'd be like,
well, at that point, yeah, I'd probably be like, I got something I gotta do.
But before that, before you know, we dip on this girl, let's at least, you know, we've already seen the goods. You might as well investigate for yourself.
Yeah.
You know, try it out. You don't
if she's gonna let me hit, why not?
Yeah, you don't get to drive a 2009 beat up Chevy van every now and then, so might as well get in there while we can.
See how big of a shit show it is, you know.
Oh yeah, it's either gonna be great or not great at all. I don't know. Do you want AIDS or crabs?
Probably at that point, like throwing a hot dog down a hallway.
I wouldn't say that far. It'd be more like, you know those what the fuck are they? Pencil cases? It'd be kind of like putting a beef jerky, like a Slim Jim, into a pencil case.
Fair enough.
But like the small one up top, not the big one where all the good stuff goes. Like the little one, one on the top.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's still something there, but is it really something? Is it really something? Brad, is it sad to you that Halloween's gotten really bad?
What do you mean? In my eyes, Halloween has always been bad.
God damn, you fucking cynic of a man. Well,
I've never really liked Halloween.
All right, maybe not like going out trick or treating, but when I was little, I guess Halloween was it was fun. You know, there was movies on. It was a good time. Now it's just like depressing. I got work that day probably. It's just sad.
What day is Halloween this year?
That's a really
is
good.
Is it Wednesday?
I don't know.
It's either a Wednesday or a Thursday. I think it's a Thursday.
It is a Thursday. 10
so you don't have work, but I do.
You're right, but I do got class that day.
Horrifying.
Terrible. I'm surprised there haven't been more like terror attacks on Halloween or like clown things or anything. I wonder if that's gonna happen this year. Joker. You think they're gonna rise up? Gamers rise up?
I don't know. That's gamers rising up. That's something rising up.
Oh, the Yoda vid. Oh my goodness.
Oh my god, dude.
Oh
yeah, that's just
crush
incredible.
My cock with a rock, I must.
Maximum pain I must endure.
And then just
the scream is the best part.
Yeah. Who made Yoda? Was it what's his face? Did he like actually come up with Yoda, or was it just some random dude?
George
Like,
Lucas?
Did he come up with all the characters, or
For
like,
Star Wars?
Yeah,
Pretty
who's
sure.
all of them?
I think so.
You're telling me that fucking goofy ass motherfucker came up with Greedo? I think he had writers on the side. I don't believe it.
He probably came up with a good majority of the story. I don't know how many of the characters he made, but I'm pretty sure he made Yoda.
Maybe the original.
You have to ask him, and he's not someone I'd really like to talk to.
No, he looks like he'd probably try to eat my finger if I got too close. You know, like he's a little hungry.
He thinks he's a little carrot.
Yeah. How do you let your kid be a biter? How do you let that happen? Be like, don't get too close to Timmy. He'll fucking go. You know.
Just kind of hit him. Be like, hey, no, don't bite.
Yeah, I wish it was more okay to talk shit to kids than it is today. Like, you know, some moms will freak out, or dads, or... I wish that if some kid was being a little fucking asshole, you'd be like, hey, if you don't fucking knock this shit off, I swear to God, I'm gonna slap you so hard you'll turn into the cum stain your dad left on his boyfriend's pillow. Like, I wish you could say that.
Yeah.
But no, they'll be like, don't talk about our marriage, and it'll be like, holy fuck, where did this go? And then, you know...
Yeah, they always take it to a weird place.
Yeah, you'll be like, your kid just tried to steal this pop. She'd be like, I'm going through a rough time right now. My mom lost her kidneys. And you're like, what the fuck?
You're like, why does that affect your kid?
Be like, yeah, so your kid should probably not try to drink pop then. Have a nice day. Like, I don't...
Well, it's also just more and more I'm seeing parents not give a shit about what their kids are doing in public, and it's terrifying.
I wish it was okay to just leave your kid in public and see what happens, you know? Maybe
like just leave them there. Survive,
yeah, maybe,
have fun.
Maybe a hawk gets them, maybe not. Find out next week on Dragon Ball Z. See, like, Goku, terrible parent, but look, his kids turned out great. I think.
Yeah. One of them's never aging.
Yeah, one of them is... Shut up, that's not important. But I wish you could die like how you do in Dragon Ball and someone could just bring you back. Yeah. I guess that sounds fun. How do you bring back a corpse like that?
I don't think that's how it works.
Okay, well, what do you mean? Like, that's not how it works? Like, did they bury Goku?
No, he took his body with him. I think his body disappeared.
What the fuck is this Thanos snap shit? That's not how it works when you die.
I don't think it's the point. I don't think it's supposed to really envision how you actually die. I mean, I don't know. Maybe he heals your body as he brings you back.
Yeah, sure. He just rejuvenates my skeleton.
Well, that's like when Vegeta was brought back on Namek. He didn't have the hole in his chest anymore.
The details are the details. They're not that important.
The details are not important.
Nah, they're not actually important to the story. It's just something we like to throw in there every now and then.
Actually, I want to talk about something we were talking about, you know, how Halloween used to be better.
Yeah.
I saw something on Twitter. Somebody was like, they're doing a remake of an old thing from Nickelodeon, and people were like, "Oh, these things, they always make them so cringy nowadays." Like, weren't they cringy to begin with? It's a kid show. I'm pretty sure most of the kid show I watched were pretty cringy to adults.
Yeah, you just don't realize it when you're a kid. But like, looking back, I'm like, oh my god, I used to watch this shit. But then some things aren't.
Some things aren't. No.
Yeah.
But like a lot of the stuff that people are like, oh, they didn't have to remake this. No, it's so cringy. It's like,
well, like what are they?
Not realizing how bad it was.
Like, what are they remaking? Like, what do you have a specific?
I think it was Are You Afraid of the Dark?
The fuck is that?
It's an old Nickelodeon show.
It was a show?
No, it might have been a movie. Because I think this is a movie.
I don't even remember.
I think it's a movie.
So, I think the only reason I remember Halloween so fondly is because we grew up in the prime time of Cartoon Network. And they do, like, the scary special where they bring out all, like, the characters and stuff dressed up. That was so much fun. Like, Billy and Mandy, his one friend's, like, grandpa, who was a black Dracula.
Oh, my God.
That was awesome. I'm pretty sure, he is black, I think. Look up the origin story for that. It's a real good one. He's, like, dressed up in, like, 70s clothes and stuff. It's really interesting. It's weird how, like, you can look back and everyone was very stereotypical about races in our shows we used to watch. Crazy.
Yeah. It's kind of how it was back then. Can't get away with that as much now.
Can you? I think you can, as long as you're funny about it. Just like, I told you should watch Seis Manos which is on Netflix. That is the most scary. I don't know what's going on in that show, dude, but there's like magic and I don't know. It's called Seis Manos, so do with that what you will.
Yeah.
There's tell you, here. This is how they introduce a character. He is, to me, it looks about a 6'4" tall African American man. He is fucking jacked, not ripped. He's jacked. And
not ripped.
Yeah. So he's in his like hotel or I don't know what you want to call it, apartment. And someone knocks on the door. He answers the door. First of all, he's butt-ass naked when he answers the door, cock out and all, which is the biggest power move ever.
Biggest power move.
Yeah, answer the door with your cock out.
Mm-hmm.
And turns out he's like a fuck me. Whatever the drug people are. And
no, I thought you were.
Is it DA? I don't know. I thought Detroit Institute of Art, but
isn't that the Drug Enforcement Agency?
Sure. Also the DIA, Detroit Institute
or DEA.
Yeah. DIA.
DIA. Yeah, we're just gonna have this art agent over here.
Yeah, we're gonna bring this fucking definitely 35-year-old lonely blonde white lady who wears a skirt all the time, and she's gonna find the drugs. So, anyways,
they show you a trail.
Yeah, they show this guy, and he opens the door butt-ass naked. It's his like, I guess, boss, we'll say, and he's like, "Yeah, you're going to Mexico," and he's like, "Mexico," in like super stereotypical African American voice from like the 80s, and he's like, "Yeah," and then he goes, "Who you got back there?" That like his boss says, and he goes, "Your wife," and then he smiles and walks away. And I was like, that is the most... Who made this show? Who is a cuck and wanted to, like, show themselves to the world?
I am a cuck.
I don't understand cucks. I never will. It's a funny insult to me. Because... Okay. Are there female cucks? Like, are there girls who want to watch their husband fuck another woman?
Girl? I mean, you would think so. I don't know if they'd be called the same thing.
Well, what would you call them?
I mean, I would call them that, but I'm guessing there might be a different term for it, but probably not.
So, in terms of skill tree, are swingers and cucks on the same one, or are they a branch off?
Oh, my laptop just spazzed out for a second there.
I'd say that was a very good answer to my question.
Yeah, I didn't even hear it.
Oh. That's unfortunate. It was pretty good. I asked our swingers and cuckolds on the same skill tree, or are they a branch off? Like, you can either be a cuckold or you can be a swinger.
It's probably branching paths.
Branching paths? So you have to choose
like
either
you start off wanting to... Well, I don't even know what the first little skill would be.
In cuckold or swinger?
Like for where they branch at.
Oh,
so like there's a skill and then they branch.
Okay, so let me think. So it's the same perk tree, same perks, and then they branch.
Yeah, they branch from. Yeah.
Yeah, it's either you gain like say you gain a boost when your wife fucks some guy, or you gain a boost when you fuck someone while your wife is also fucking someone. So it's either you want the single boost, which is more powerful, or you want the double boost, which is less powerful, but you both get it. So it's you want to be support or pure assault. And I think that's how I would break down the cuck swinger thing.
Yeah?
Because...
I guess so.
Yeah, no, would it be that... would cuck be maximum assault or no?
Cuck would be maximum support, because you're just watching your wife and giving her support.
Oh, true.
I mean, you might not be giving her support, but you're just watching your wife. You're actually
nah, dude. If I'm going over to the cuck life, I'm bringing some popcorn, fucking a foam finger. I'm rooting this cunt on.
Do most of them jerk off while they're doing that?
If you ask Funhouse, yes. Yes, they do. Are you kidding me, Brad? I have to hold the camera in one hand and my small cock in the other. Don't you know how cucks work?
Are most of them because they want to see their wife get fucked by a bigger dick, or they think their wife wants to be fucked by a bigger dick?
Why not both? Why not both?
I mean, it could be both, but like...
I would definitely... You're asking me to become a psychologist or psychiatrist? You're asking me to analyze the mind of someone who wants to see a another man's dick inside his wife.
Yeah, you're not gonna get a bunch of good answers from that.
No. What if you want to see your wife be a lesbian? Is that still considered a cuck? Yes or no?
Doesn't cuckolding just mean like you want to see your wife cheat on you? Technically,
I'm not 100% sure. I just thought it meant you wanted to see your wife get fucked by some other one, like someone else.
Well, if it's just by someone else, then I think by extension, lesbian would just be the same thing.
Sure. Where do you draw the line between cuckold and wife swap?
Well, wife swap
or wife share.
Wife share.
Wife share. Like you and some dude are going to town on your wife. You are being
is that another branch on the skill tree?
Yes, it is another branch on the skill tree.
I don't know. That's a really weird way to think about it. Like I don't know where that would fit in.
Brad, I am a firm believer that if you want to analyze something, try to think of it in a skill tree.
Is that the balanced one, or is swinging the balanced one? Cucking is the defense, and wife sharing is the all-out attack.
That's like full frontal assault.
Full front.
That's you sacrifice all defense for pure offense.
Pure unadulterated offense.
Unadulterated offense. Oh my goodness. Oh fuck. So what is a daughter swap considered then? Is that even on the skill tree?
Oh God, I don't think so. Let's not talk about that one.
Oh, that's another skill. Okay, well, one skill tree at a time, I suppose.
That's a whole different beast altogether.
I mean, yeah. Okay. I'm just trying to think of all the different versions of cucking there can be. Because what if your wife wants to see you fuck some other dude? Is that also considered cucking, or are you just being gay? Like, where's the line here?
I think that's just swinging.
I thought swinging is like a swap, basically.
Oh no, yeah, it is.
Or like a three-way at the or at the least.
I think that's just people being fucking weird.
How do you think people discover they want to swing? Do you think it's like, we're 40, the marriage sucks, well, let's introduce this young stud into my wife?
I don't know, man. I honestly could not answer these questions for you.
I couldn't
have
either.
someone more educated on.
I don't know a cuck or a swinger, Brad, so looks like you're up.
Alright, any cucks or swingers out there that want to explain this to us?
Yeah,
give us an answer.
Message us on Twitter. I'll definitely I will get back to you within the 10-second mark. If you give
this is hard information, hard facts that I need answers to.
Yeah, if you have any info or insight on this, I would love to hear it. And I'm not gonna make fun of you. I just want to know. There are questions
I'm not gonna judge you.
To be answered. Oh, I'm gonna judge you. I'm just not gonna make fun of you. Big difference.
Okay.
No, big difference. See, there's so many different like branching story arcs that we can go into. There's story A, which is pure no cucking. That's just normal relationship. There's scenario B, which is the dude's getting cucked by anyone, any specific race, but there's a specific race. Scenario C, that's the lady wants to watch the dude fuck someone else, and it just keeps going.
Yeah, so it's like a choose-your-own-adventure novel?
Kind of. Brad. Oh, the adventures of Cuckleton.
World of Cucks.
Yes, just choose your own adventure time. Oh my goodness, that would be a book and a half, would it?
That would be strangely...
I think... J.K. Rowling, where are you? We need you to write a book.
I don't want her writing this book.
Why? Are you kidding me? She'd be the perfect one for this.
I guess.
Or the person who wrote, what the fuck is that stupid
You better give
movie?
me my royalties for this.
You better give me my royalties for this. Are you kidding me? You better give us our royalties.
Are you thinking of the guy that, did the Scare Choose Your Own Adventure novels?
Yeah. Does he also...
R.L. Stine?
Yeah. But that wasn't Choose Your Own Adventure, was it? R.L. Stine...
He had some.
He had some, but R.L. Stine was just like, good.
Well, he wrote Goosebumps, yeah, but he had some, like, choose-your-own scare ones.
Oh. Those are never that good. It was like there's a haunted puppet and he's gonna finger your asshole while you sleep.
Well, I was a little pussy boy, so I didn't even read Goosebumps.
Oh, did you read any of the Michigan/American chillers?
I did read those. Those are pretty good.
Yeah, those are for those AR points, boy. Those sick AR points.
Alright, well, let's get back on topic here. Let's go
Holy
to this one
fuck,
right
I forgot.
We had this on here last week.
I forgot we were doing this.
And we didn't talk about it last week, so let's just get to it now. At least this week. So, yeah, I guess we'll talk about this. Why own a pocket pussy when you have socks and lube? Why?
I don't know.
Overpaying when you can just jerk off into a sock.
Easier cleanup, you know? If
it's a washer.
If it's a soft sock, it's gonna feel real good.
You see, that's probably my biggest problem with pocket pussies is the cleanup.
Oh yeah, because
I don't want to fucking clean my own cum out of those. Are you kidding me?
But okay, I've never actually used or like I've seen them as a joke, but I've never used one.
Yeah, never used one.
How do you disassemble a pocket pussy? Does it just like pop out?
I think you just run water through it. I don't know.
Listen, man. That ain't getting the cum. I'm gonna give myself.
Don't some of them have the holes on the other side? I don't know, man. I've never used one. I don't have experience with this.
How'd you get gonorrhea, Timmy? I gave it to myself. I didn't clean my pocket pussy.
Oh my god.
Yeah, dude.
The doctor's like, oh, you've been fucking, huh? He's like, nah, you see, I got this really good pocket pussy at home.
Yeah. See, if I ever had one, my goal would be I want to create like a wall of cum where the pocket pussy gets smaller, like the room inside gets smaller and smaller.
Disturbing.
A solid wall of cum. Where you just gotta force your way in there. But like you need to power wash that shit out. I just don't understand. How do you clean them? You can't.
No. Because even you can't could you take like one of those brushes that you would use to clean out a tube and stick it in there?
Yeah, sure. Here, let me break out my cum brush. I used it on my teeth this morning.
the cum brush.
Yeah, you'd have to label that, and then say you have like someone over, they're like, what the fuck is this cum brush? And you're like, well, do you really want to know?
Do you want to see what I used it for?
Yeah, do you want to see my $3,000 fucking pocket pussy?
I can do the whole routine for you.
Or, hear me out on this one, guys out there. You go to Walmart. You walk in. You go to the sock section. You buy like 60 pairs of socks. You go home. You throw them in the dryer. You dump some Vaseline in there, and you're good to go. You don't no embarrassment. You just have to deal with the look you give yourself after you realize you just came in a sock, but we can get over that. You know, that's its own hurdle.
I'm gonna confide in you. I've never jerked off into a sock.
Yeah, not yet. Maybe one day. Maybe when I'm feeling it.
If I ever, get around to it.
Yeah, why jerk off into a sock when you can do it in the toilet? But
yep.
It only becomes a problem if you have a mirror right behind your toilet. I don't know why you would, but
no, I don't have one of those.
There you go. You even got to see yourself just hunched over, beating the shit out of your dick. What do you think's more? Okay, you have a son. What would be more embarrassing to walk in on? Him coming into a sock or a pocket pussy?
Probably the pocket pussy, because I'm going to ask him where he got the money for it.
He works. He's 18.
Oh, he works? So he's
still living in your home. He's 18.
Probably the pocket pussy, because then I think he's a little fucking freak that can't get laid.
So if I could put this on your gravestone, I'd rather come into a sock than a pocket pussy. Brad.
Yeah, that'd be, a good way to put it.
What if he's using the sock in the pocket pussy? A little two in one.
Wouldn't you have to put the pocket pussy in the sock?
No, I don't think so.
What do you mean?
Like you put the sock on your dick and then you just put your dick into the pocket pussy. What do you mean? It's pretty standard shit.
It's not gonna fit.
Oh, you don't fucking know.
You take the pocket pussy. I mean, it just hides it. It looks like you're jerking off into a sock at that point.
Have you ever been walked in on while using your pocket pussy? Well, welcome to the Sock-O-Matic.
Hide it into a sock.
Yeah. That way, everyone will think you're just weird.
And have a weirdly big dick.
Yeah, dude. Listen, Mom. This isn't a pocket pussy wrapped inside a tube sock. It's just my genitals. I would ask you walk away.
Now let me finish.
Yeah, what do you think is the weirdest thing you could jerk off into? Like, not besides like a can, like, you know, something that would actually work. Like, weirdest thing that you could think of.
Those people that, like, put, was it, like, soap in jars or whatever the fuck they do? Have you heard about that?
What?
It's not soap. What do they do? They like, line jars with, like...
A jar?
Yeah, like a jar of pickles. Like, you dump it out, and then you, like, line it with... I forget what people line it with. They line it with something, and then they just fuck that.
God, can I find a DIY?
I think they line that with lotion. Like, they just put an ass load of lotion in there.
A DIY, or a D... What is it? Do-it-yourself? DIY?
DIY.
A DIY. Can I find, like, a tumbler for this or something?
Probably.
So that's the weirdest thing you think you could do it into?
Oh, you can definitely do it into weirder.
So I'm asking, like, what do you... Is that your answer? Final answer? Is a jar with a bunch of lotion?
I guess. I don't know. What do you think? I don't really have another good answer for that.
I guess mine and yours are kind of the same. I was gonna say a plumber pipe, one of the new ones, the hard plastic, but just lined with lube.
God.
Or maybe, okay, I guess this isn't weird, but you could do that, but then get like a sock and make it really wet, and then just like put a bunch of lube and throw it in the dryer or something. You know, just maximize the slipperiness.
Yeah, I guess you could.
That's about the weirdest one I could think of, though. Yeah, no, I couldn't think of anything weirder than that.
Yeah.
Do you think if a female found your pocket pussy, she'd be creeped out? Because I would.
Oh, definitely.
If I found a dildo, I'd be like, oh, this girl's into some shit. But if I found my buddy's pocket pussy, he'd be like, eh.
I'd be like, dude, I'm questioning you really hard.
Let's have a talk.
Let's sit down over here.
I wouldn't have said anything if I found a bunch of socks, but this thing? Nah.
You actually spent money on this?
Yeah, you spent a decent chunk of change, too. This isn't none of this fucking pussy shit. This is real.
It's real.
Yeah, this is real plastic. Shit. Yeah. How big do you think the alien sex toy market is now? Since people are getting freakier.
It's probably growing pretty fast.
So if I had the ability to time travel, right? I found an alien sex toy, one of the weird ones, like it's got branching different tentacles and orifices you can penetrate with whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
And I showed it to someone in the Wild West time. What do you think they'd do?
They would probably just not understand what it is. You'd have to explain it to them.
Yeah, they'd probably shoot on sight. What if I showed them one of those fake dicks that like shoot whatever that goo is into girls?
Oh, God.
Yeah, like what if I showed him one of those? Because that looks like the intended thing. It's just strange and sounds like a car motor.
I don't know.
The moment someone invents one of those that doesn't make a noise, they're gonna become a quadrillionaire. Because think of how many videos that you can watch now that aren't going.
Yeah, you're just like, oh, I'm trying to jerk it, but just this sound is just getting to me.
Yeah, it sounds like someone's making a cake while I'm trying to beat the shit out of my dick. I can't. I can't do anything about it.
I ain't down with that, Chief.
Oh no. All right. On to our my favorite thing of the week, Brad.
All right.
It's that scary creature of the week. Now this one is special in my heart, Brad, because I'll tell you what it is first. It is the Titan Boa. Titan Boa. And this is for all you Ark players out there. This thing was a menace anytime I played that game. Because it would just slither up while you're on the beach, and it would go, rah! And then you would just like pass out because it tranks you. And then you can't do anything, it just eats you. It just keeps hitting you for like 20 damage. And I cannot tell you the amount of how much hate I had for these things. And it's a scary creature of the week because you see how fucking big this thing is? You see that replica they made out of bones?
Fucking, like, swimming through a river, I would cry.
I'd be like, holy shit, some tree branch is moving. God damn. So, let's talk a little about the Titan boa. So it's extinct, obviously. This thing is, I think it was the correct. One of those periods that I can't say.
One of those, periods.
Yeah, one of those periods that no one ever remembers, at least the common people. I'm sure paleontologists lose their fucking mind, but I don't. So they're extinct, thank God. 13 to 15 meters long, Brad.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you see that, boy?
Yeah, it's not a thing you want to be around.
No, that is a long thing that could eat you from a long ways away.
Yeah.
They're long, or I guess anacondas are descendants of them. So these are some squeezy boys, I think.
Yeah, they'd probably choke you out.
Yeah. So the weight really threw me off because 2,500 pounds. Does that sound like a lot? That's a lot.
No, it's definitely a lot. It's over 2 tons.
Yeah. So I did a little bit of research after that just to compare some things. An adult grizzly weighs about 1,150 pounds. Okay, fair. Here's a funny one for you. A 2009 Ford Taurus weighs 3,642 pounds. So the Titan boa is only about 1,000 pounds away from being the weight of a Ford Taurus.
Jesus.
Now, could you imagine seeing that thing swimming up to you? It's literally causing hurricanes in the water.
Yeah,
as it comes to you.
It probably would, like, you would notice it right away, definitely.
I would hope so. No, probably not, dude. Nature is so terrifying in how, like, big things can move quiet. You don't notice sharks.
That's true, yeah.
So lucky for us, Brad, these boys lived in the tropical forests of South America, which I don't know why they call it a tropical forest. I literally looked up what it would have looked like. It was a swamp. Like, straight bayous.
Down in the swamp, baby.
Yeah, straight like, gator, fuck French, and, like that level of, like, swamp. And so that's why these things got to be so fucking big. I tried to find what they ate, and it was telling me turtles, but I've never heard of a swamp turtle. Like that is like they're big apparently.
Swamp turtle.
Well, I guess like snapping turtles are swamp turtles, but I don't think it was a snapping turtle. These boys looked like sea turtles in the swamp. So apparently, it's a preferred way of killing things would just eat them. I guess I tried to find there wasn't really a lot on it. I didn't even use Wikipedia this time. I went to the actual like National Geographic.
Tried to find the real facts.
Yeah, I even looked up stuff about it on my school's website, and there like wasn't anything really, just like a bunch of theories and stuff.
Most of that has to be theories.
Yeah, I mean you could kind of tell, but like if looking at the picture I have in here, that dude standing next to the replica, if he laid down, like how many of him would it take? I can't tell how tall he is, but
probably a good like 5 of them.
You think 5 from him to go to tail to head?
Maybe more.
I think 5 gets him halfway. It looks.
So you think it's 10 of them? Yeah.
10. It looks about 10. I don't know.
That's probably not a bad guess.
If I could get rid of one thing from history that we could never, recreate or put into a video game, it would be this fucking thing, because it caused me nightmares when I played Ark. Like, I know it's terrifying if I saw this in real life, because I'd probably want to cry and just die on the spot. Because I can't run faster than this thing. It slithers and it's already, like, 20 feet ahead of me.
Yeah, there's no way you could outrun that thing.
How do you even kill this thing? Just stab it a bunch from behind and watch it turn around?
I mean, you probably have to go for the head.
I tried to, like, see if, like, how they moved, because, like, I didn't know if it was, like, it had to turn fully around or could, like, King Cobra's, like, stand up.
Yeah.
I couldn't find anything about it, because I want to know, like, does the weight of being that heavy fuck around with it like that? So I couldn't find anything about that. So I couldn't find if it had to, like, turn like a fucking tank, or if it could just get up.
Just all the way around.
Imagine if this thing had arms and legs.
It would be terrifying.
Yeah, I don't think we'd be alive right now. Humans weren't a thing during this time period, but that's not my point. My point is these things would have lived long enough to kill us.
Yeah, probably.
Like, if you get enough of these, I'm sure they could take a volcano. 100%. 100%.
Maybe.
Also, there was some, like, I think it was Asian, it was a random tribe, and they're saying how, like, there was a snake that was so big it, like, squeezed a mountain and it made like, a volcano erupt. And that's some pretty cool folklore, If I gotta be honest, that's a snake so big it could squeeze a mountain and cause a volcano. Like that's some next level. What is lore. Is there even American folklore? Do we have any? I don't think we have any.
Wouldn't Davy Crockett be American folklore?
Okay, Davy Crockett and Johnny Appleseed.
Yeah.
That's it. What about that one dude that tried to beat a machine digging and died? We got him.
Oh yeah, John Henry, I think.
Is that his name?
I think so.
Just remember, the machine still won. It could dig more after.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Brad. Let's wrap this boy up like a beautiful Christmas gift.
All right.
What's one good thing that happened this week, Brad?
I got new slippers.
New slippers?
Are they not my old ones were shit. They were
they were pretty
just cardboard.
Out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a real slipper gang anywhere. You know this about me.
Mm-hmm.
I'll wear slippers anywhere. I don't give a fook.
Mm-hmm. What about yourself?
Myself. It's one good thing that happened. My life's kind of sad sometimes, isn't it? Oh, they got those flavored waters at work now.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty good.
Those are good. I like the flavored waters.
Mm-hmm.
They're real classy.
Mm-hmm. Don't forget to get pop.
Oh, yeah. Whew, I don't even want to know what's in them, but... All right, well, that'll conclude us for the 4th lovely episode of the MM Podcast. Tune in next Sunday for,
Who knows what'll happen.
Yeah, who knows if it'll be better or worse. Find out.
Goodbye.
Bye.